No, Freddy. No, Freddy, no. Hey everybody, what's up? Review Man here. In today's movie, I'm reviewing. I don't know what that dream was, but I'm reviewing the original Nightmare on Elm Street. Now this movie centers around four people: Nancy, Glenn, Tina, and I think Tina's boyfriend Ron. Now this movie centers around Elm Street, and there's this killer called. There was this man named Fred Kruger. He was a bad, sick, twisted man, and he was a bad, sick, twisted man. He did some stuff to kids, and so the parents of the town decided to kill him. And this is pretty much some of the parents and some of what happens to these kids, they're in high school, so they're teenagers. The first teenager to get knocked off is Tina. She gets knocked off in it and Freddy's playground, if you will, is dreams. So anything that happens to you in the dream, like say you meet Freddy Krueger, he slashes your hand like that, your hand will be sliced in real life. So anything that happens in a dream happens in real life. So yeah, remember that. So Tina's the first one to go. She's sleeping with her boyfriend, and she gets pretty much she's trying to fight Freddy in the dream. And while this is going on, in the real world, she's like no. And then her boyfriend's like, Tina, what's going on, Tina? What's going on? And then what happens is she gets like a slice across her chest. She goes up onto the ceiling, and she just starts like bleeding out everywhere, and then she just drops. And the boyfriend gets arrested because they think that he done it, but he didn't. We all know that Freddy Krueger did it, but the people in the movie don't know this, and so the boyfriend gets arrested. Nancy goes to see Tina's boyfriend in jail, and the boyfriend tells her that he had pretty much the exact same dream. He had pretty much seen the exact same guy, and she looks at him like, and then that's how she knows he's innocent. And so he's in prison, and Freddy kills him by taking this bed sheet and pretty much making a noose around the guy's neck and kill him in the prison. And then next we have the next one to go is Glenn, Nancy's boyfriend, played by a very young teenage Johnny Depp. And I think this was like one of Johnny Depp's first movies. But yeah, so Nancy is like, Glenn, don't fall asleep. And what does Glenn do? He falls asleep. And Nancy calls over to Glenn's house, and the parents are like, you know what, Tina, you know what, Nancy, just leave him alone. Just call back tomorrow. Leave him alone. This is how he dies. He's sleeping in his bed with his headphones on, like a little box set TV sitting right here. He's sleeping like this. Freddy's hand comes up and just drags him underneath through the sheets. And so what you see next is you see this big old blood. You see this big old blood stain like shoot up in the air, and that's how he dies. And then next we see the final showdown between Nancy and Freddy Krueger. And this is how it pretty much goes down. Nancy sets up like all these elaborate traps, kind of like Home Alone style traps. You got gunpowder and a light bulb. You You got a gunpowder and a light bulb. You got kind of like a pendulum made out of an axe or made out of a sledgehammer, and you got some string. What she's gonna do is she's gonna bring Freddy out of the dream world and bring him in to the reality world. And so this goes on without a hitch. And so they're going in this fighting. While all this is going on, you got Nancy's dad, who's a cop, across the road investigating Glenn's death. And she's like, Dad, he's in here. And the dad's not believing him. And so she's in the house fighting Freddy Krueger, hitting him with all this other stuff. And Freddy's like, I'm going to slice you. I'm going to slice you so slow. Not the best Freddy Krueger impression, but you'll get used to it because I'm doing the original 8 movies. And so the movie's going on. Gets him down in the basement, and she gets him down in the basement, and what she does is she throws some alcohol on him and lights him on fire, and he's like, nah! He's just like lighting all over the fire. And I gotta say, Robert Englund did a pretty darn good job of doing Freddy Krueger. I mean, he is Freddy Krueger. Not this crap that they got now. Not this reboot crap that they got now. I'm talking about the original one. And so the movie's going on, chasing each other, she thinks she's got Freddy trapped in the basement, and Freddy, she turned around. She sees footprints, like burnt footprints, going all throughout the house, and she's going up in the attic, going up to her mom's room. Freddy is on top of her mom. The dad comes up with all his police buddies. They break in the door, just in time for Freddy to disappear with Nancy's mom. And then she's like, Mom, the dad and the mom are both devastated that Freddy has done this. And the dad's just speechless. He walks out, and Nancy's like, I know you're there, Freddy. I'm not afraid of you. And pretty much taking all the fear that Freddy feeds on and using it against him. And she's about to walk outside the door. She's about to walk outside the mom's bedroom after the door slams behind her. And then Freddy just disappears. Next scene we see is at the end of the movie. I know I'm giving you the Cliff Notes version of this movie, but there was a lot to cover in this movie. Yeah. So next thing we see is Nancy and her mom going outside, and the mom's like, "Yeah, I told you, just a good night's sleep is all you need." And he's like, "You're right." And then we see this car come up, and it's Glenn, Tina, and her boyfriend, and Tina's boyfriend, and they hop in the car, and then it's like it's a convertible, and they hop in the car. The convertible top just shuts off, like it just comes over their head. And then it's the green and red sweater that Freddy wears. And then the car just locks. And they're just going down the road. And Nancy's like, Mom, help me. Help me, get me out of here. And the mom just like just oblivious to the whole thing. And then the last part we see of Nancy's mom is Freddy's hand reaches through the window and he just grabs her. And grabs the whole body through the window, and then the movie wraps up with these kids singing Jump Rope, singing the Freddy Krueger song. 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. 3, 4, better lock your door. 5, 6, grab your crucifix. 7, 8, better stay up late. 9, 10, never sleep again. Yeah, creepy crap. So, anyway, guys, that was the original Nightmare on Elm Street. I left some parts out but I gave you the Clips Notes version, or my review of it. So anyway, like, comment, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff, and I will see y'all guys later. I am the Review Man, you are you, have a good one, and watch out for Freddy Kruger. There he is. Nah, just kidding. But watch out for him, guys.